Welcome friends to episode number 10 of our Crusader Kings III modded Lost Legion playthrough. We have survived the initial onslaught that comes to any young heir, and are now looking to essentially survive and thrive with as little difficulty as possible. In the last episode we did manage to make some minor territorial expansion, but nothing major and nothing of note. And now, young Kylanius II looks to come of age and remember the grievances of the past. So we resume this time. Kylanius II is now 9 years old. He has fought off, I believe, 5 civil wars, and apparently there are more brewing. Yeah, they're all in prison, so I doubt they're going to be revolting anytime soon. I think the first thing here we're going to have to make decisions regarding is the many prisoners. Now, is there any that actually will like us if we obviously release them, or what is the story here? That's what we're going to have to look through. So I'm going to sort by how much they like me. And anyone who's actually, I'd say anyone who's over like 10, I'll release, obviously for some cash. A lot of these characters don't mean anything to me though, do they? Like, they really don't. So Clementia will release. I was looking for money, so you're not going. You can go for money. You can go for... I think that's honestly everyone we're releasing just now. The rest we're going to try and deal with later on. Now, our prisoner and our niece. I think we could probably release our niece here. We're not looking to sort of thin out the dynasty. We're not quite doing that bad. I think the rest of them, they genuinely seem to harbour a hatred for us. So I think that most of the rest of them are going to leave for now, and we'll let time sort of pass a bit. And here, there's 10 prisoners we can apparently ransom. That'll be right. And you, 36 learning. My God. He's going in there, obviously. Went from 2 years to 11 months to convert a county. Wow. Dex Germanus is looking for a job as well. Unfortunately, his big thing is learning. And he's our nephew and our vassal, so we might need to be a little bit careful with how he sort of progresses as time goes on. So he's inherited something. Titles can be created? I don't think so. We're in line to inherit titles. No thank you. Artifacts have low durability. I don't think there's anything there we're particularly upset about. Your land will lose. I mean, we'll deal with that if it happens. And the exact same here. I honestly think the biggest thing we're going to be doing just now is letting time pass and literally trying to get older without too much happening. We have actually taken a diplomacy focus here. We're going to see if we can build a different sort of character, and it apparently is going to be one of his strengths. So without further ado, let's let time continue and try and just hopefully let things happen without too much of a drama. A lot of people in prison here though. Your prisoner, grandfather and vassal, Comes Constantius. How can our own grandfather hate us? Because we're unreformed. Unfortunately, it's not quite so easy just to reform the religion, you know. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be declaring wars just now. We're not in a great position of strength, so we're looking to sort of further that. Here we've got someone coming to us. Murder holes and priest holes. A pallid individual who looks as if she has spent her entire life skulking underground is lurking in the corner of my throne room. I've heard tell you might want a secret passage installed. I can craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. Shall enter and leave. I think we're going to take that. I think that's going to be mighty, mighty handy in terms of people perhaps trying to assassinate young Kylanius II. My prisoner Comatissa Justina has escaped my dungeons. Okay, you're getting pinned and we will remember that. I think there might be a few folks that escape over time. And we're not going to ransom anyone just now. So we really are needing to reform our religion by the looks of it. Right, you know what? I'll negotiate your release, but you have to renounce your claims. You need to convert. And I'm going to get a weak hook on you. He won't accept that. He'd take a banishment over a weak hook. You know what? I'll take that. It's another vassal that'll be... He's accepting it. He's now of our religion. So he is ruling up in the north here, so that should slowly convert to our religion. That's fine. If anyone else wants to come to us and have a similar offer, I would consider it. You only have a cash run for 30 gold? Yeah, you know what? On you go. You're 83 anyway. I'm going to have a quick look at court positions and try and fill a few of them. So food tester. You're poor, so we're not going to do that. Master of the horse. I'd love to give Justina, but she's betrayed us and escaped from her dungeon. So Comes Justine is going to be the one that gets that role. Master of the hunt we're going to give to... She doesn't hate us, so we'll give her that role. Royal architect we're going to give to Probably going to be Barrow Herculeus just now. I don't want to dump too much on Alexander here because he's already got quite a fair few roles. Sensual will give to Princess Atia. She is one of the people who helped raise us. Court poet, there's no one. Court musician, there's no one really of an apt sort of standing. Honorius, he did help our father quite a bit, so we'll give him a job as a bodyguard, and I think that'll be us for just now. So we've invested in our sort of hierarchy a bit more. Hopefully that's something that'll help out. We have a situation at court. A courtier scorned. Why would you honour that churl Honorius? Now, her mum likes us, but Honorius was our father's friend. She wants to become our cupbearer. She does like us a lot. You know what? See, at 10 years old, if your mum got angry, I think you'd probably bow down to her, so we'll give her the position. We've converted faith. This guy's... we need to make work of this guy. I think he could make very, very, very light work in terms of converting there. 7 years compared to what has been previously. That's pretty massive. Let's keep him working as much as we can. Factions-wise, we have... We're actually okay just now. Another ransom request. Comes Constantius. 50 gold to leave our prison. He's our grandfather. Seems to be liking us more and more. We'll let him go just now. Another ransom offer. Greetings, my liege. She's romantic. She's probably not too much longer for the world. I'll accept that. Negotiate. That is our grandfather. I will negotiate an alliance with him. There we go. Still hates us, but he can't do anything now. There's 5 prisoners left. I may be revoking titles. We'll see. I was playing with some other children when Vigilantia tried to push me over. I'll show you what happens to someone who pushes me. You gain the trait Forgiving. Why are you pushing me? I think we'll show her what happens. We're wrathful, just like our father. I honestly don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And here we are going to divine the stars for a young child here. We're going to meet peers. And I think we'll also commission an artifact. I think it would make sense for the young lad here to possibly get his own armour. So I think we'll go for some scale armour for our young boy here. Our young king-to-be coming of age. The work on your precious artifact is proceeding well. My beneficiary Decius seems in a very good mood today. If I manage to produce a true masterpiece, what idea would you like? To cause more casualties? To instill fear? To encourage my champions to greatness? As all the small lords and ladies are ushered into the room, I feel myself grow giddier and giddier. I am thrilled that Salonia, the daughter of my spy master, Comitisa Ulpa, so basically all the local children are here. The meeting of peers begins. Titus, the son and heir of my vassal Barrow Titus, and I are watching the champion train in the courtyard when my champion Honorius approaches us with a smile. What do you say, children? Think you can handle the basics? I think the answer here is yes. No matter how hard we try, we just don't get it. We don't appear to be overly cut out for hand-to-hand fighting now. I thought Darmfala, the son and heir of my vassal Comes Vibilia, and the peasant boy were merely pretending to fight, but suddenly there's blood in the dirt. If hits the ground with a grunt and the peasant standing above him moves to attack again, I'm going to save him. We need to sort of get in the way and say, don't do that. Drusilla, the daughter of my vassal Barrow Constantius, approaches me with a heap of fabric in her arms. As she dumps it on the floor in front of me, I realise it's a heap of clothing for adults. Let us play house together. Only if we are the parents. So this, Drusilla seems to be liking us. She's Drusilla of Kylanius. She's of the Kylanius family. Family under a victorious king. What? There's a Kylanius. What? There's a Kylanius dynasty. When did that happen? We spent all night looking at the stars. We are now making new friends. Another individual trying to be ransomed. This chap is probably not too much longer for the world as well, so we'll accept that. And the festivities have ended. We've met a load of our peers, formed a few relationships. Comes Lucius of the Maldives, I'll accept that as well. We'll let him out. And I think by the time we come of age, we're going to be in a very strong position. My vassals have cost me, well met liege, I've heard tales. Yes, we will pass on the money and hopefully get a slightly higher rated piece of armour. Our troop count's also on the rise. We're almost at 4,000 now. And we're still 11 years old. So we really do need to let time pass a little quicker. This is ridiculous, Alexander protests. As the keeper of Rex's personal collection, I have a responsibility to ensure the quality of your work. Alexander will see the quality. Will be of a lower... Oh, God. Alexander's letting us down there again. Alexander is no longer... Oh, no. He's just died. I guess his failure there was just far too much. So we've lost our court physician and our antiquarian. My armourer Odysseus updates me on his progress, droning on about the limits of tongs. We don't really have suggestions, but we could take a look at sketches. And we helped. We do, however, though, need to go in here and appoint some new roles. So, our court physician. So, Viviana is, I mean, she has an intellectual, as is Severus. They're both 41. She likes this though, so I'm going to appoint her. She might be able to increase her skills. Antiquarian, we will give it to... I guess we'll give it to Senculum. Inspiration realised. The armour is done. We'll see if it's better than what we currently have equipped. So currently we have +3 prowess, +4% effectiveness for knights. The one we have here is +3 prowess, extra prestige. I think we take this one. Not quite magnificent, but it'll do a job. Now, I was trying to keep my head down and just grow older. We're 12 now. We've got 4.2 thousand. There's a bit of an easy pickings here, and it would be nice just to try and close in the borders a bit here. So I think here we're going to attack and try and take that off of them. If it does nothing else, it'll just sort of tidy up the borders a bit, and it'll be one less thorn on our side. So we've declared war there. We do apparently have a court event. Bacchanalian bonding. Our Rex truly is generous, Atia. Just taste the spectacular fresh quail, Constantia exclaims lyrically. Yes, indeed, Lord Kylanius is most perceptive, much like this apple tart, Atia responds. Mind if I join you for some fresh quail? Servants, can't you see they are starving? Bring more saffron cakes. It would be... Yeah, this is our mother talking here, right? Yeah, our player heir and our half-sister. I don't think we'd disturb them. I think we'd leave them to their bantering. We'll move the army straight across. We're going to go straight into the capital and just siege it down. We'll get our army at full strength, and then hopefully we can take them before the reinforcements arrive. Honorius, who was our father's commander, is serving us here. We are going to we're going to besiege the appropriate amount of men here, and then we're going to take our army off and we're going to chase them down. I think if we can make light work of them before the reinforcements arrive, this war will be very short indeed. And according to this, we're catching them. There we go. Got the edge on immediately. However, we are losing a little bit. We do have the numbers, so we should prevail eventually. But my god, this is going to be more costly than we imagined. I guess the commanders are fairly even, so that's probably not helping, and there are troops arriving here, which isn't good for us. Means we're going to have to get men here as quick as possible. Big win though there. Big win. We're going to pull the troops back towards this sort of capital holding, so it looks like they're coming this way as well. We just need our troops to come back and join in the siege once again and lock this place down. The ally is running away. I might station a few more troops here and then head south, because if they join up, we're probably going to be in trouble. How have they managed to... What? They just broke our siege. They were in retreat. Well, that's frustrating. We're going to strike them down, though. Their army should be largely defeated now, and we're sieging their capital again. I actually think we might need to go try and defeat this army, because if their armies meet up, we're in trouble. So I'll station besiegers and we're going to go after them. My only worry is that they end up somehow managing to catch us here. And we don't want them breaking the siege again. We want to win this and then sort of rout them once and for all. They are still retreating, so we should have opened up enough time. This should be a pretty quick win. And then we'll pull back and regather. Good win here. We'll go back there and we're just going to focus on grabbing this province. Prisoners are good in a time of war just to try and stimulate the war economy. Keep us ticking over. I think once we take this, if we capture a few individuals of their court, this could be over quickly. A judgment. My mother Constantia spoke to me about the capital sentence that a lowly thief had been given 2 days ago. She wanted to know what I thought of such a harsh penalty for such a small crime. It was too much. We should all be satisfied with what we already have. A temperate approach. Or we can go for just. I think we'll go for temperate here. We've gained the trait to temperate. think that's us sort of forming up into who we're going to be as a young adult here. It's pretty interesting to see. They still have about 2,500 men, so we do need to be careful of that. They could still definitely challenge us, I dare say. Our Marshal is still attempting to regain control after the series of civil wars, and I think we're probably going to be licking our wounds for quite some time in the game. I reckon Kylanius will probably be in his early to mid-20s by the time that he has full control back. Almost have the hold in here. There we go. We're going to go up and try and break that siege, and then I think this war will be over very quickly. We can ransom here. Anyone we can ransom, I'm going to do so. This is an away a money-making exercise. Just need to try and defeat them before these reinforcements arrive. We are holding the province, the war goal, so this is a matter of time here. And this battle, you can see, is massively going in our favour. This might actually end the war, this battle. Not quite. We've called another ally in. I think what we'll do is we'll leave our troops here on the rally point and just let them continue raising. Although looking around, I think this war is over. It's just ticking up. So I think what we'll do is we'll disband the troops, let them stand down, let the economy recover a bit. And our sister, Vigilantia, can also get married. Now, she is 17. She's actually our full sister. I think here we'll go for alliance power. We're not going to marry our sister to our future wife's father. This individual has a lisp, however, he is quite a powerful ruler. I think we will marry to him. She's no longer a court tutor or a high almoner or our court physician. So we are now going to have to appoint new folks to those roles. So, court physician. We really should just try and get some. I think we'll search for physician, we'll try and get someone in. An alliance formed there, so there's another 3,500 men on our side for defensive purposes. The puppy. I am out playing with Dhampala when I hear it. It's a tiny sound, frail and scared. I look all over, under every stone, around every corner, behind every bush, and finally I find it. A small puppy all alone sits between the stones. We'll take a pet dog. Absolutely. As I pet the dog on the head, he happily wags his tail. What name would suit him? Something historical? Something alluding to his white fur? You know what? Let's go for Caesar. That'll work for him. Court physician. The world is full of dangers even to Rex and his court. As per my request, we have some potential court physicians. Now, I would hire her, but she's 41. She's not really too much of a young thing. Rutilius is also an architect, so we could use him. So he's enthusiastic. I think we'll appoint him to the role. The war is finally over. We will enforce our demands. Thank you very much. This province here, I think we will just grant to someone of our culture, and it was given to Commes Philip of Kanchipuram. So he's now got that hold in there. 367 gold we currently have. Let's have a look at our retinues here. We can maybe increase the size of some of them. I'm gonna get more heavy infantry, and I think I might grab some more skirmishers, and then we'll let everyone sort of replenish, and we'll see what we want to do from there. We're also now 14 years old, so we're getting to the point where we're going to come of age. And our wife, she has already, or sorry, our future wife has already came of age. Perfectly okay with me. I've received a missive from Raja Akadeve of Sarashutra. It claims that Commes Rufinus, my vassal, has requested support in a plot against me. There's nothing value more than loyalty. We need to trust in our own vassals like the Roman people. I think we have to. Sribara Singh of Bengal has died. Oh no. We're still betrothed though. He doesn't want to ally us. And now, as much as that individual helped us, they just broke their alliance. They just broke the alliance there. I'm going to honour it. I'm going to honour it. They helped us massively and are pretty much the reason we're here. Culture's been promoted. Honestly, the promoting of the culture's gone pretty well here. We're starting to spread up the mainland, which is great. I think we'll try and get another hook in here. Now, I do kind of want to attack here, but I just know we're not in a position to do so. We could attack there pretty easily. Just take a county off of them and increase our holdings here. I think we'll do that. Where there's opportunities to capitalise, we're going to take them. We'll go straight across the border here, siege them, and hopefully be done with them pretty quickly. Send one load of our troops to the capital, the other load are going to go there and siege. I should probably also hire our Holy Order here. It's an extra 1,400 men. They can go up there and hopefully make light work of them. We'll also assign the Grand Master, the champion. He can command them. 1,400 men for free is not something that we should be turning our nose up at. This should probably be quite an uneventful war, so unless anything truly magic happens, I'll probably just skip to the end. That is both of the sieges over. With that now being the case, we will enforce our demands and allow this just to sort of play out. Here, this guy did not revolt against us. He's been loyal to my family so far, so I think we would increase his holdings here. Hopefully he's going to come into a position of strength where he can actually start attacking for himself there. We are now 15 years old. We are about 5 months off coming from age. Kylanius II is soon to be rising up, making true decisions for himself. I think what we'll do just now is we'll try and bank some money. Our court grandeur's increased, but we're going to do our best to sort of bank money just now. We also still have 3 kingdom titles. We do need to do something about that. So let's destroy this one. We have just bankrupted our prestige by doing that, but people should like us more. And we have came of age. Achieved an understanding of diplomacy that far exceeds that of any of my peers. Even though I had a natural inclination towards the subject, my mastery of it is still an achievement. As we come of age here, we have quite a good character, may I add. Really not a bad character here. We've got 23 diplomacy, 8 martial, 11 stewardship, 3 intrigue and 10 learning. So our weakness is definitely towards the sort of tail end here in martial. But in terms of diplomacy, we're looking, I think, pretty good. We are going to marry the individual we were betrothed to. Her father helped us out and we're in a good position now. We're not going to take a concubine yet. We'll see what happens in the future. And we can, in fact, start our learning path here. We're going to go for some prestige here, I think, and a bit of extra diplomacy, and we'll see if we can go down some of these trees. We can also hold court. Our first time. We're going to welcome in the plebs, usher them towards us. My vassal Comatissa Justina and my steward Commes Polinus stand in front of me, bickering, as usual, about the best politics for our country. War is the only way to make a country rich and powerful, states Justina. Only in peace can a country... Okay. I think we're going to say we only do what we decide, because Justina broke out of our prison after revolting against us. We'll remember that. A thin, raggedy peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne room, obviously distracted. I call him to get his attention. Sorry, my lord, my village Nagadipa was hit by blight this year. We lost not our only crop, but our seed too. We have nothing. We shall starve without help. The fields are barren. You shall wield a sword. Your service will repay your debt. I think we'll give them some money. We're not struggling just now, and we're trying to win them over to the Roman way. A provincial merchant steps forward, clearly out of her element in my rich halls. I beckon. Come, women, we do not have all day. Yes, my lord, she stammers. I am Salonina, representing the disgruntled traders and freemen of Metel, Sanctus Insulam's greatest castrum. Sagara, our baronessa, fails to maintain even the most rudimentary records. We humbly ask she be replaced by someone else. The crown will compensate the town's merchants. I think we'll welcome them with a new one. And that is court done for now. 16-year-old Kylanius with some success. Right, we are 4.8 thousand men. We still have one holding too many, but I think we're going to try and keep that within our grasp just now and maybe see if any extra stewardship comes along. Now, we're trusting wrathful and temperate, so we could probably work them together and bring this together. Now, here we're going to demand that our wife converts to our religion. She has agreed, and I think what we'll also start doing is seducing her to try and start producing some children here. We're going to go on a pilgrimage whilst we're here. We're going to go to Kovai. We are departing. Could have sworn this was supposed to be the path onwards. None of my companions or I have managed to find our way back to the pilgrimage route. Are we even looking at the right stars at night? Feels as if we've been wasting weeks. Yeah, we can pay for a guide here, no bother. We've got the gold. I finally hear body and soul at the great temple of Kovai. I have walked the holy path. And we've become a wise man. Excellent. We're also going to commission a new artifact. I think this time we've got 2 armour. I think we'll go for some regalia. Try and get some regalia. We have returned home from our pilgrimage. I think in here what we'll do is we'll hold a mystical commune. And we'll also call a hunt. We'll try and get everyone in the court getting to know each other. We're a diplomatic character. We've gained 300 learning lifestyle, and we've gained divine guidance. +1 martial, +1 learning. Excellent. The woods truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the heart flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Lunzub than picking roots and mushrooms. I think we'll aid the peasants. Especially if they're Roman. We return from the hunt, reinvigorated. I stumble upon my cousin Comatissa Vigilantia crouching beside my dog Caesar, vigorously scratching his stomach. This dog of yours is quite the charmer, my lord. He is a good boy. My lord, the work on your precious artifact is proceeding well. So, what do we want? We want to bring glory to our dynasty with our regalia to commemorate us. The latest work of my grandfather, Comes Constantius, has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind, and Constantius has publicly dedicated it to me. The memory of a Rex. What man does not hope to rest when tired, his work surrounding the happy retired, and when their final hours nears, their name lives on the lips of peers. I can see this is truly heartfelt. This is our grandfather that was part of a revolt against us, may we add. I think he is our grandfather, and we'll just say to him, you know, oh yeah, great job, good hustle, that was fantastic. I think we'll also host a grand feast whilst we're here. As I stumble outside to relieve myself, I hear shouting around the corner. As I turn, I see my vassal Baronessa Dominica sneer as she sinks her blade into the face of the covering barrow Paracam. Oh god, he's been killed. Whatever sound I made must have been enough, for Dominica turned towards me, surprise on her face. So, she is romantic, he is not. Does this bother us? What have you done? Yeah, I don't think we'd be looking for money, etc. I think we'll just allow that to happen. As the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, Comes Paulinus approaches Bishvas Devi, our wife, and me at the great table. This is a marvellous feast, all my compliments to the host. Yeah, I think we'll give our wife credit here, we're trying to win her over as well. And the guests depart, and until next time, everyone is happy. We don't want a concubine just now, thank you very much. Ransom, Comes. Honestly, if you'll convert. Nope, sorry. If you want out of her prison, you're going to have to convert. That's the way out of here. Sensual position. Oh, our sister's died. I would argue this is the sister that looked after us and helped raise us. I think this would hit us. Yeah, it is going to hit us. We gained some stress with our older sister dying. Can negotiate an alliance with Queen Mother. She's actually inherited some land. I think that's a good thing. There's the big man himself, Rex Kylanius I. Exotic arms. Along with their strange goods, merchants bring tall tales from distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Rajasthani peddlers purport to have brought Moigir objects, said to have come from the faraway court of a great ruler, Grand Prince Laszlo of Hungary, no less. Chandraya, the leading trader, grins darkly. This unique sword could be yours, for a special price, of course, Great Rex. We're trusting, so as much as I don't want to, I think we'd buy it. We've become the owner of a fine sword, which does not look very fine to me, and we're in debt now. Our mother has at least signed an alliance with us, so that's great. Here we also have an event in court, and our wife is pregnant. Everything's happening at once. A foul smell. My liege, a word please. My Chancellor Dux Romulus approaches me during a brief lull while attending court matters. He gestures to a less populated spot in the room and I follow him there. I'm concerned about the state of Nova Roma Castle. While holding a meeting in one of the rooms, we all noticed a horrific smell. It must have come from the latrines a floor below. I implore you... okay. This is going to cost us even more money. Yeah, we need to insure, so we're going to go further into debt just now. 197. We're coming of age though. We have items equipped. We do not have an antiquarian. We're going to give Decius Constantinian. He's going to get the new job. I am still contemplating giving one of these holdings away because we are over our limit. Kylania is a temple holding. I'm going to give that to someone, a noble of our culture. That's put us to 6 out of 6, so we should be a little more efficient now. I bump into a very grave-looking Marcella, my metalsmith, hoping that she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid regalia she should soon have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. She's basically shit the bed, isn't she? I think we'll go to the Great Hall. The plotty. You know what? I think it makes sense that we would use our regalia our old regalia to make the new one. It's a nice recycling process, and it's gonna incorporate what our father did. It's the exact same basically. Extra prestige, extra renown, extra attraction. I mean, we will equip it because we've got nothing else. But that's fairly disappointing, I would say. A new heir. Bishwas Devi presents me with a perfect little daughter. So we have our daughter here. We have Constantia suggesting. I'm going to stick with that. I like that. Master of Words. This is for our wife. Now, our wife is patient, content, and brave. Brave. A budding interest in us. We've got a diplomacy perk available. What are we going for first here? Let's do the children receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. That makes sense, I think. We've also managed to increase control once again. We need to continue trying to do so, but it's slowly coming round all over. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal Comatissa Justina has grown bolder. Our challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. She's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow, unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. Ignore her and steal her ideas. We'll give her tasks which are impossible to complete. That sounds good to me. How dare you? Yeah, who does she think she is? I think we'll tell her how dare she challenge us. It's become a habit to walk Caesar daily, and I am not sure which of us enjoy the fresh air and sun the most. Caesar bounds ahead and looks back at me and barks, as if to say, catch up, and on we walk. It's keeping us even healthier. The dog's really keeping us fit and alive, right? We're in good health. A curse undone. No idea who that is, but they're dead, and it's a good thing, apparently. Court jester, a food fight. Valerian, our high shaman. It's just a classic jest. Dust yourself off. Also, when did you replace the super level guy? Like, Commodus Aurelius is 32 learning. He's obviously going to get the job beyond yourself, I'm afraid. We're looking for people who are going to help us convert the masses. A reading in Nova Roma. The celebrations had come to an end this evening. The celebrations had come to an end and the evening's entertainment seemed to be over when Rina Bishwas Devi suggested a reading. Trusting, content. Sorry, patient, content, and brave. Let's do City of God. Seems completely engrossed. Okay, we're having success with our wife. I think she may be about to become... She just became our spy master. I'll demand she converts. I'm not sure how she's managed that. So we've got a dwarf who's irritable as our spy master now. She does really like us, so I guess there's that, but she's kind of terrible at what she does. We've managed to convert the faith once again. This is really getting ramped up here. I am going to, I think I'm going to concentrate on trying to convert all of our isle here. Once we've got the centre isle over, we've at least got a base to build on going forwards. We also have a dynasty legacy. We've not had one of those in a while. So looking at Kylanius I into Kylanius II's life, I feel like one of the best things we could probably go for would be warfare, or perhaps blood. I think here we're going to go for generational belligerence. Our character, I mean, look at the war we've declared. We've expanded exponentially. Like, that makes the most sense here, undoubtedly. I do think we should possibly be looking to extend the realm. We're still in debt, so we can't be declaring war just now. We can still ransom here. This is his wife. I'm happy to do that. We have another prisoner here. 10 gold, fine by me. We're going to show Comatissa Maka in. Look, your loyalty, yeah, she basically screwed up the... She's basically screwed up the name. I think we'll say that our loyalty is what's important here. So it's going to be, well, we don't know yet. Someone is plotting to kill me. Well, this is certainly not good. Right, we need disrupting schemes. We need to be eyes on here and see what's see who's actually disgruntled. But I think it's time to declare war here, as long as they don't have any crazy powerful allies, which they do not. I think here, do we go in for a county or a duchy? We can't go in for a duchy for some reason. Our level of fame is not high enough. We could go in for Commes Justine's claims, but it's kind of too costly. I think it makes sense that we try and sort of fill this in a bit, so we'll go in for Talakad. And we'll raise our legions and our troops down here in the south. We'll hire the Holy Order as well. We'll get them involved. We can go straight across the border towards the towards the capital. So here we actually have thousands of men. I'm going to take half of them and send them north, and we're just going to try and sort of carpet siege the holdings here and weaken them once and for all. Spurs come to me with grave news. It is my rival Kankani that is trying to kill me. I don't even know who you are. See, if anything, I'm going to try and kill her. I'm going to counter her scheme. People are joining her scheme already. I think she's going to get her comeuppance. You can negotiate alliances. Happy to do so. Anyone that wants to ally us within our kingdom, we're going to oblige that. I think here what we'll do is station enough troops, and we'll go up and try and make light work of them. Their servants have all been sent away, and our bed has been decorated with seashells. Okay, we're now falling in love with our wife. That's never going to be a bad thing in this game. So once this siege is over, we'll move up some reinforcements. We could honestly probably do it already. We'll just get on with that. Then once they've finished this siege, we can move up and sort of join in. Here we're going to chase them down and just try and finish off their competitiveness in this war. We have the war target, so all we need to do is basically sit back and wait. And we'll continue ransoming here. An inspiration. Wants to weave something glorious. You know what? We'll sponsor that. The history of the Regnum of Nova Roma sounds good to me. We can bloat the history of what we've accomplished. Very strong win here. We've probably largely disabled their ability to actually counter us and cause problems. Here we're going to continue sieging. We've captured more prisoners. We'll ransom as many as we can because we're in the business of making money here. A small declaration of war, but showing our intent going forward, I like to think. What I think I'm going to do here is withdraw these troops and then disband them. I don't think we need them just now. We've got another new diplomacy perk. I think we're going to try and get our close family to like us. A call to war. I suppose we're going to have to answer. My plot to murder has been discovered. I honestly don't care. She's apparently our rival. I'm not sure why, but she's our rival. We'll move over and siege that, and we'll, I guess, keep the troops nearby here. Although I really did want to disband them. I guess we can't when there's enemies sort of coming towards us. We've ended up fighting this raiding party here, which I wouldn't have wanted to do, but here we are. The Lambacana. Yeah, I think in this instance we'll use the banner of the previous owners basically to try and create our own sort of weave. Going to move the troops here into our own land, and we'll just try and cut down our costs just now. We still can't disband them. They've got troops coming. We're going to go cut them off. We'll have one army that's acting sort of reactionary, and the other's just going to continue the siege. Managed to catch the remnants of this army. They're going to go down pretty quickly, I think. Here, we still can't disband the troops. I'm going to move them south and see if we can. We've had another daughter. Is history going to repeat itself here, I wonder? Is history going to repeat itself? The name it's suggesting is Petronia. I'm happy with that, honestly. It's fine with me. And we've captured more enemy combatants. We'll immediately ransom. Inspiration, a motto for the ages. I need something great, something epic to make the creation stand out from the uninspired masses. But what? Just what? Yeah, I don't think we need anything to stand out. We've got I would say we've got quite a pious character here. The war is over. We're happy to just end it as quick as we can. So another bit of land for the great Rex of Nova Roma. This time, as long as someone's not too powerful, you're not massively powerful, are you? You have a castrum. I'm happy to give her the title. Allow her to be a little bit stronger from within. And these troops will be looking to disband when we can. My friends, so this seems like an excellent place to stop. Rex Kylanius II has very much cemented himself as the new ruler. He's in a position of strength and he has quite a number of alliances here, both within and external. 20 years old, we already have 2 daughters. Our wife's in love with us. We have a strong hold in diplomacy. Our economy is steady and we're just growing the prestige of Nova Roma and the dynasty of Randolfica itself. I'm open to suggestions on what you folks think we should be doing next. Perhaps we should use Kylanius II to look internally and then strengthen our position. But if you have any thoughts, chuck them in a comment and I will do my best to at least consider them, if not implement them. My friends, though, until the next one, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.